Hey everybody, today's episode is brought to you by Aura Frames. From heartwarming moments to hilarious snapshots, you can upload them all to the #1 digital photo frame by Wirecutter. Make it easy this holiday season. Save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com and using code WINE for $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver Mat frames. Again, that's auraframes.com. Use code WINE. This deal is exclusive to listeners, so get yours now in time for the holidays. Terms and conditions may apply.
Welcome to Wine About It. I have a surprise for Maya.
Welcome to Wine About It.
Hotel edition.
Hotel Vancouver edition. Here we are. Cutie has a surprise for me. Should I close my eyes?
Yeah.
My eyes are closed. Like and subscribe now. Or else. I'm actually scared.
Open your eyes.
What is that?
It is a $50 ice cream sundae.
What do we do with it?
We eat it.
We're not gonna eat all this. Oh God. Wow. We ordered.
They brought it up and they said complimentary.
What?
They gave me the wine. I just had to pay for the wine. Yeah.
That's so
Isn't that so nice?
Wine About It room service edition. Cutie got a bottle of Merlot. Guys, big news.
Uh-oh. Drama?
We're drinking wine this episode. We just went to dinner and we each got a cocktail and now we're drinking wine. So that's GG's, I'm afraid, at least for me. We have a lot to talk about today. We're gonna talk about freaking the Streamer Awards.
Streamer Awards.
And we're gonna talk about Vancouver, perhaps.
Well,
Taylor Swift
we might
concert,
save
perhaps.
that.
But today we might just be, on this episode, we might just be talking about the Streamer Awards because there's a lot going on. Welcome, my lady.
Sorry if I look a little disheveled. I fell asleep with my hair wet and the what's it called? The results, when you deal with the consequences of that have been irreputable.
Well, she kind of got there in the end.
The consequences of falling asleep with your hair wet have been
Is this the whole frame?
unfixable. No, you can see us. I looked. No, we're in it. The lady
whole episode is just this in her half.
The lady brought it in. She was like, "Just so you know, this is complimentary. We're just here's a sign for the wine." And I was like, "Okay."
That's so
And she was like,
nice.
"It's melting though. You want to eat it fast." And I was like, "Okay." She's like, "Are you the only one here?" And I was like, "No." And she looked around the room like she didn't believe me. And I was like,
That's so embarrassing.
"Thanks for the free ice cream." Yeah, we aren't gonna finish this, but it makes me feel Oh.
I didn't, but I almost did. We're bringing it back. You may be wondering, what the hell do you mean this is your hotel room? And why is Cutie in a giant fake fur coat? Well, guys.
And why are you in Canada?
This is actually a hotel room. I've never seen anything like it in my life. This is the second room of the hotel room, actually. There's a room off of the bedroom, and we are in that room. It's called the study. It's ridiculous. I love hotels, and I've never experienced a hotel like this, and Cutie bought it.
I went crazy.
Because she's crazy.
Here's the deal. I never travel. I never treat myself. You never see me buy expensive designer anything or anything that. The most money I ever spend is on Taylor Swift tickets, and that's it. And besides that, well, I help my family sometimes, and I just don't really like to splurge, but I travel never, and so I figured why not be kooky crazy.
That is a great place to start.
What?
We are in Canada.
Strawberry ice
And that
cream.
means we flew.
And
From
before
LA.
you go in the comments, you're like, Cutie, I'm so proud of you. Never mind. It'll be mean. I won't say it out loud. It'll sound like cynical. But you guys don't know me. You can't be proud of me. Isn't that
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
She brought this up earlier. She's like, I hate when people say that they're proud of me. And she said, is that weird? And I said, yeah.
I just feel like a little baby when people are like, "You're proud. I'm so proud of you for getting on an airplane." I'm like,
There is like a maternal, like there's like a parental vibe when someone says proud. So I get what you're saying.
I think I don't have that bone in my body. I think it's just missing to feel proud. And so when other people say it about me, I'm like, what does that mean? Like, what are you talking about?
You're sure you're not proud of me?
No.
What? What do you mean?
What does feeling proud mean? Like, what is that feeling?
Like, you know that someone has like pushed through something and really done it, and you're like, I'm proud of you for doing that.
See, I see that as like,
Or like they've accomplished something.
I
and
think
you're
you like worked hard is what I say. I'm like, oh,
Okay,
good job on the hard work.
we'll figure out where that comes from another day.
I don't know where it comes from.
We have
no clue.
a lot of stories about. Do you think that this whole ep is just gonna be like mouth noises?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but this ice cream is so
It's really
big.
good.
Hey, ASMR.
It's really good.
Goon did this. Oh no.
Why did you do that?
There's a food service car outside that just rolled by. I don't know why I do that.
That was gross.
Sometimes I just do things. Call me crazy.
I don't like
Don't
those
put
ones.
big chunks of chocolate on top of ice cream. It just freezes.
Yeah.
Like, stop. I'm putting it in the ice. Because there's a bowl of ice beneath this sundae.
We have a lot to talk about the travels to, like, a lot to
Why?
talk about the
was
travels
so
to
easy.
Vancouver. About the travels to Vancouver and the Taylor Swift concert. But this episode is we're talking about streamer awards.
Do you know what's
because
stuck in my head right now?
What?
Make me your Aphrodite. Make me your what? What did I hear on a TikTok? Where did that come from?
Probably, I don't know.
One and only. Weird. Someone will let me know in the comments if that's trending on TikTok.
I'm really glad that you guys are listening to me right now.
This is too much ice cream for two girls.
We have. Oh my god. We
Hey,
have a lot
come
to.
on over if you want some ice cream. Continue.
We have a lot to talk about the travel and about the Taylor Swift concert. But this episode is we're talking about Streamer Awards because this is going to be the first episode that comes out post Streamer Awards. So let's freaking talk about it, shall we?
Maybe that's why I'm deflecting. I'm not ready.
Why it went really well.
Yeah, but welcome to the internet, baby. People don't care about the well. They care about the tea. They care about the drum. They care about the. Yeah. He said, she said, we said, we mean.
Well,
we
let's. How about we start with the. Let's start with the positives.
Okay.
Production went great. Show went great. No crazy hiccups. Not a disaster.
There are a few hiccups, but they're fine. It's fine. It's
It was fine. It went over great. People came. They looked beautiful.
people went,
They had fun.
I think.
Their interviews went great.
Uh-huh.
Red carpet went excellent, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, do you like that system?
Yes.
If you guys don't know, typically in the past, I have 3 different interviewers, and they're in order to get the most amount of people interviewed, they get assigned to a different streamer that interviews them. So then I can have like 100 people get interviewed. This year, I tried to only have the nominees get interviewed. It's dripping.
Sorry.
Ew.
I just thought about your goon comment.
Oh. I tried to just have the nominees get interviewed, and then it ended up being like 40 people or whatever. Like,
Well, yeah,
and that's
that's
not
what-
even the nominees because there's 120. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
she texted me when the interviews were happening, and she was like, "I don't know if this was communicated, but he does not have to interview every person." And I was like, "No, I know."
Okay.
It's just, I was just really, we were managing.
Ron was doing great.
He did great. We
Yeah.
were managing the flow as we went, and it just like.
It worked?
It worked. That's how it went.
Bitchin'.
I was moving. The only tragic thing is Ron was really nervous about not knowing people that he was interviewing.
funny.
And I had him.
There were some of my favorite interviews are actually people that he was like, hey, we're sitting next to each other. They're not. He's like, it was just filling.
Before the show, I sat down with him and we like, he has the list of all the names that he knows. And we like went through it and I was like, okay, I'm not going to send you somebody that you don't know without giving you like a blurb. And then people started rolling in and I was like, Ron,
Good luck out there, kid.
like it's a free for all. I'm sending you them. I can't.
You're on your own.
I don't know what to do for you.
Yeah.
I can't. Whatever. So he got a lot of people that he didn't know, but I think he did a really good job.
Anyone who says otherwise, go fuck yourself. I'll say it.
Drama.
Ron did a great job. He made every single person feel special on that red carpet, even if they weren't supposed to get an interview.
A lot of them weren't.
That's what's crazy. Because I saw some people complaining, and it's like, you wouldn't have even gotten camera time if it wasn't for Ron, you bozo head. Maya spilled chocolate on the floor.
I don't know about
Yeah.
what you just said.
People are just sad because, like I said in the past, more people get interviewed, and it doesn't go live, but I think they just like the
They like the
idea, the moment, of being interviewed. But, you know, there's only, like, I could make red carpet triple the time, but then the exhaustion of the people that got there at noon
Right.
would be crazy.
You want to try this?
Yeah, are you done with ice cream? Should I put it in the fridge?
No.
You're not done. Okay.
Are you?
No. I fear that this wine, you know, did you ever eat something sweet after Kool-Aid?
No.
Okay, so if you drink Kool-Aid,
This is the damages, by the way. We have made progress. Thank you for noticing.
if you drink Kool-Aid and then like take a bite of a Twinkie, me, you know, I grew up on the best food ever. The Twinkie tastes like nothing because there's so much sugar in Kool-Aid.
Huh.
Because he's like, it like if you eat too much sugar and then you follow up with something, like I bet this is gonna taste really, really bitter because we have so much sugar in our mouth right now. But we'll see. Yep.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah, but if you like palate cleanse right now with like a piece of bread or something. Sorry, this is the food noise episode.
Oh.
Oh, it's a little garlicky. Yum.
Ooh.
I don't think that was enough to cleanse, but
That's better.
it's better.
Wow,
It's still not
interesting.
very good.
Wait, we know a lot about wine.
What? That's not about wine. That's just about food.
No, we just learned about palate cleansing and bitterness in wine.
Well, okay. I'll give her it. The reason I am not putting my mic on me is because number one, I don't know what to do with my hands. Number two, because I bought this lovely fake fur today. Do you guys like it? And my hair looked like this, and I was wearing a beanie, and I was walking around looking like the guy from Home Alone that breaks into the houses.
We did walk around like that all day today.
I looked awful.
No, it was chill.
I've been trying to slay all day, and I simply cannot because my hair. Oh well. Okay. Sorry.
Interviews, red carpet. We can start there. I think people did a good job showing up. They brought their IDs. We didn't have a ton of problems at check-in.
Check-in was smooth this year because it was only 200 people compared to
That's true.
usually it's double that.
That's true. And Ron did just like a really, really great job rolling with the punches. We had Sketch come and fill like when there was some dead air, which helped a ton. Like he was just kind of like floating and mingling. But then when Ron was really just like standing there by himself, Sketch would run in there. Sometimes I would run in there if Ron was standing for too long. And then Sea Dog, Valkyrie.
Oh my god. Talk about best dressed of the night. Can we talk about Valkyrie's outfit? I actually talked to Maya about this because I almost wear, if you didn't know, Valkyrie was wearing like a plastic top piece that's like carved around like a female body. So it like has like boobies and a tummy and it's sick. And then a sheer bottom so you can see your little cheekies and like a underwear, not underwear, like fashion underwear, but like it's underwear. So you can like see your little cheekies and it's fun and cute. And I was talking about Maya about getting a dress like that. But maybe I wasn't talking to you. I might have been talking to Taylor. Do you remember this conversation? Mm-mm. The problem is I think that cheeky, like sheer dresses, I love them. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with them. I've always wanted to wear one. But on me, it turns into a porno because my butt is so big. It'll just eat up that piece of fabric.
You were going to say your cheekies are too big, but I thought you'd be really mad at me for saying it.
No, they just are. There's no way I could wear a dress like it would just be.
I think it depends. I think
tiny cheekies, tasteful. I think big cheekies, you're like, whoa.
I think
my booty would be out there.
I feel like if you weren't so like corseted in, it wouldn't be so
Dude, it would
dramatic.
Be crazy.
If it was like less fitted, it might be fine.
Well, I almost wore a skirt like that to TwitchCon, and I had to be like, nope, because it was like, it was even boy shorts underneath the skirt like that, but my booty just eats them up. I'm sorry. I don't want this to be the case, but it's simply the truth. I got a big butt.
Who is your best dressed of the night? Period.
I think Ray.
I have to think about it a lot. Best dressed of the night. Oh, Peach and Sear.
Oh, okay. That's a good
Can I say
answer.
Peach and Sear?
Good answer.
Mm-hmm.
They like
the
coming
bald
in
ones
cosplay.
For reference. The prosthetic. Her Peach on stage was so funny.
Yeah, they're funny.
They're so funny. Yeah, they were awesome. They were hilarious.
I think the biggest flop of the Streamer Awards when people are like, Cutie, what do you need to change? The biggest thing.
S-Fan winning.
Yeah, I'm pissed about that. Year 4, we have still not figured out how to mic the crowd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's truth. So sometimes I'm doing the little monologue.
I was laughing.
People were laughing. I see them laughing, or I would not be making the jokes. If people were not laughing, I would be like, all right, that's a show. For the record, I have really great writers. They worked really, really great. There's a few that are my jokes. There are a lot that are their jokes. And the reason I did that was because there's a lot of times people are really mean on the internet, no matter what. And it makes me feel better when it's someone else's problem. And as a woman, no matter what I do, women aren't funny is going to be the comment. And so when they say women aren't funny and they don't know which jokes are mine, they don't know which jokes are theirs, I'm like, okay, sure. Like, doesn't bother me. Don't bother me. I didn't even write it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, people were laughing, but it didn't seem like they were laughing. And every year we have that problem where they're like, damn, like nobody likes
Tough
Cutie's
crowd.
jokes, but like everyone was laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, there was one joke. They didn't laugh. It took a second to get to the punchline, but once I said the punchline, they laughed. But there was one joke where everyone was like, ooh.
Yeah.
But I got there. I got there. I also didn't get as much practice as often, as much as I usually do. I read through that monologue total.
Is this not chocolate?
Twice? No, that's not chocolate. She just tried to break the handle off a copper bowl because she thought it was chocolate.
Oh, the whole bowl was chocolate. It looks like chocolate.
Hey everybody, today's episode is brought to you by Aura Frames. That's right. You need the perfect gift this holiday season. It could be meaningful, and honestly, it could be from anyone. And here's the idea. It's Aura Frames. You've got a ton of photos this year. What a special way to give them. Then on a digital upload, you can give it to your parents with pictures of the past year. You can give it to your cat with pictures of their favorite toys. You can even give it to your partner, maybe with something a little spicy. Be crazy. I don't know what I would do, but I know what you should do. And that is the #1 rated digital frame by Wirecutter. Make it effortless to share unlimited photos. Save on the perfect gift by going to auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling carver mat frames by using code WINE at checkout. Again, that is auraframes.com. Use promo code WINE. This deal is exclusive to listeners, so get yours now in time for the holidays. Terms and conditions apply. Back to the episode.
I'll just eat this then.
You're not gonna like what I'm about to tell you. That's the one I took out of my mouth and I said I'm setting it in the ice. Well,
It tastes good.
okay. But we asked you guys on Twitter what you wanted to hear about with the Streamer Awards, and as always, every year I'm here to tell you. And if I look tired, I am. I am really tired. This year was a struggle, to say the least. The night before, in fact, I was telling Maya how much I didn't want to do the show anymore.
Should we talk about that?
To what capacity?
Cutie.
I don't want people, the thing about being a human and having nuance is sometimes people decide that there's no nuance to that and they're like, well, then she doesn't need to do the show. And it's like, I know I don't need to, but I want to because it's good for the betterment of the community. Like, anyway, but like, let a girl complain. Let me whine about it.
Should I make this about me?
Oh, yeah. She retired.
I don't know what to do when Cutie's crying. Like, to the point of it's bad. Like, I need to figure out.
That wasn't just crying. That was
sobbing.
I was sobbing. I was heaving.
Dude, set the scene. Cutie's heaving at her desk.
I'm doing like the audible, like, cause I'm panic attack. I'm panic attack and crying, so I'm like,
yeah. Like that.
I'm
sitting on a chair behind her with a water, just sipping. I'm so serious. I'm just sitting there.
If it's helpful, I wasn't thinking about you. I was just thinking about
there were a couple things. There were a couple things that I said, but they always feel so stupid when someone's crying to be like, it'll be okay. Like, you're gonna do great. Whatever. I said some of those things.
Let's just get through the next 24 hours.
But they don't help.
Yeah, no.
At that time.
It was, and it was way more complicated.
So I just got up and went to the bathroom and brought back a roll of toilet paper and sat back down and continued not saying anything.
You know what's dope though is that Squeaks said nothing and you know he could hear me.
Oh, that's so funny. I did not think about that.
I thought about that the next morning. I was like, that's embarrassing. Because Squeaks was definitely 10 feet away and I was sobbing audibly. He was probably like, damn. She's on her period. Just kidding. Squeaks would never say that. I just thought it was a funny joke.
Squeaks, did you hear that?
Squeaks doesn't watch Fine About It.
Should I call him and ask?
Squeaks only watches Northern Lion.
Oh.
And Green Squeegee.
Oh. Yeah, no, she was crying, man. I mean, she was crying. And I did not help. And I'm sorry for that.
I don't care.
I was there.
You and Swift did the same. Actually, Swift came over
Swift
and licked
did
me.
more.
Yeah.
Swift came over and was like, because he doesn't like when she cries.
Yeah.
I just sat there, I'm gonna be honest. Anyway.
I'm turned out fine.
Rough night.
It was a rough night. I think Streamer Awards, there's a lot of layers to it. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to unpack them all because I don't think it's so convoluted that I think it's really hard for people to understand. The goal overall is positivity. So sometimes when I see, like I'm not kidding you. To be honest, I was crying over the winners. Not all of the winners, but like some in particular, I knew I was going to get torn apart and there's nothing I can do. Mm-hmm. There's nothing I can do about it. And so I was crying. I was sobbing my heart out because I was like, it's going to happen all over again. I'm just going to get torn apart. And for what? For not picking, literally for not picking the winners and being accused of picking the winners. Mm-hmm. And that's it. That's what's going to happen to me. And it's like, there's nothing I can do about it. And I'm just so tired. And this is at 3 a.m. when I'm exhausted. Like literally
It's 4 a.m.
We are putting the winners in the envelopes. And I'm sitting there sobbing my eyes out.
I'm on the floor. I have the little glue gun. I'm doing the wax seals. I'm just like, I'm just going to keep doing it.
Yeah. I'm just so, like, it's just so terrifying knowing that you're signing up for being shit on at something that's like totally out of your control with the intention of highlighting people. That's what's crazy is my intention is for positivity. And I don't know how to prevent the negativity, and it's overwhelming. So, perfect segue into some of the drama.
Okay.
What is Streamer Awards without some drama?
Right.
I'm just happy, personally, that I don't know what I'm happy about. I was going to say that it doesn't have to like do with me, but I guess it's Streamer Awards, so it does have to do with me.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh well. But there were a few things because people have been saying, comment, cutie, what do you think about this? The first thing, obviously, yes, it's true. I think Squeaks is bald.
I think he's slow.
I think he's slow.
I think he plays games really just way too slowly, personally.
Yeah.
And I think it's, yeah.
I don't know. Here's the thing about Squeaks. Guys, Squeaks has been nominated for Best Speedrunner for 3 years in a row. And he clutched a win this year. Good job, Squeaks. Congratulations.
Congratulations, buddy.
But it is a perfect example of what people don't understand about the Streamer Awards time and time again. So if you don't know, Squeaks won Best Speedrunner of the Year, and some of the speedrun community was up in arms about it because they do not think that he is a serious enough speedrunner. But guys, this is called the Streamer Awards. This isn't the Esports Awards. The Esports Awards Best Speedrunner would be different than the Streamer Awards Best Speedrunner. Streamer Awards is about the entertainment while doing said thing. Because most of the categories you can think of, there's probably someone that is better at the game. There's probably someone you've never heard of that's better at the game.
There's nobody better at the game than Squeaks. I'll die on that hill.
That's fair. You're going to die then.
What game?
Huh?
What game is that?
I mean, he speedruns a lot of games, but mostly Mario 64.
There's nobody better.
So it's one of those things that I think people forget every year. It's about the most entertaining streamer at FPS, at Battle Royale, at Fortnite, at whatever. It's not the best at the game. That's not it. It's never been that. It quite literally never. So I don't know why this conversation happens every year.
Yeah.
It's who's the most entertaining? Who's the best streamer?
Yeah.
Streaming at it. Not playing it, streaming it.
Yeah.
Because, I'll tell you what, you know how I find the best speedrunner? I go to speedrun.com and I click the button. I don't need to give an award out. Mm-hmm. I don't need to do voting. I click on the button. I see who's the fastest. I go, there you go. Mm-hmm. It's called the Streamer Awards, guys.
Yeah.
So that's one. But I will say Squeaks is thriving in the drama.
Oh, he loves it. He's having such a good time.
He was having a good time.
He replied on Twitter. He goes, no, actually, my PB is really, really good. So good that I have a hard time beating it.
Yeah. So, but I think it's silly. I think the worst thing about the Streamer Awards is that my intention is for positivity, and there always seems to be some spring of negativity that comes off of it.
People love the negativity, dude.
I know.
They love it.
We're addicted to it as humans.
Yeah, it's true.
And I know we are because, we were all in shock when Britney shaved her head back in 2001, right? And it's and now we look back at that and we're shocked and appalled that we were all gasping at that. But then we keep up this cycle and it's wow.
And then I shaved my head. And everyone hated it.
Yeah, but you did that for money.
It's true. That is true.
Sell out. For charity.
So, Drama Squeaks won.
Drama Squeaks won, but this is small beans. Most of it was smaller beans. Besides MISTERARTHER, who won Rising Star, telling young Dabo to kill himself, which obviously is a gamer response.
I'll say on public record right now, I've never with that guy.
She has never fucked with that
Mr.
guy.
Arthur.
She don't fuck with him.
I don't like him. I think we should take it away. Recount.
Recount the votes. I thought young Dabo's tweet was funny. I think that's also my other problem is
She thinks everything's funny.
I think everything's funny. So people are like, that's so rude, that's so disrespectful. And I'm like, I think that's funny. I also think Arthur probably thought he was being funny based on Arthur's response.
Oh, 100%.
Because Arthur obviously would never
Doesn't want him to
tell
kill
a
himself.
17-year-old to kill himself. Like, obviously, if not arrest him, officer, if he's like, actually, young Dabo was in the category, who's very good streamer as well. Young Dabo was in the category for Rising Star, and he lost to Mr. Arthur, and he tweeted, "Dude's 40 and won Rising Star." Which, for the record, you can rise at any age.
How old is Arthur, do you think?
He's 29.
Damn.
But it's just funny to say dude's 40. So I thought it was funny. And then Mr. Arthur replied and told him to kill himself, which I will say...
Okay. That's too much.
It might
Mr.
be
Arthur,
too much.
that's too much.
Mr. Arthur, you can't do that to strangers.
Yeah.
I do put my foot down there. Unless they're in your League of Legends lobby, you cannot be doing that to strangers.
Yeah. Unless they catcall you on the street, then you can.
Yeah. So a lot of people were mad at Mr. Arthur. I did message... I was messaging young Dabo today, and I was like, "Are you good?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's fine." Dabo was like, "I'm sorry, I tweeted that out." I was like, "Boy, I thought that was funny. Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like, so I believe that is innocent beef. But yeah, he shouldn't have said that. Mr. Arthur that shouldn't have been his reply.
You know what? Actually, who we should bring into this drama is Extra Emily.
Why?
Because she was the one holding the sign that
That's
said "kill
true.
yourself." So actually, she was the one telling young Dabo to do that.
That's crazy. That
was crazy that she would say that.
Extra Emily, you shouldn't tell people to do that.
I think you
not
should
cool.
publicly apologize.
I agree, Emily. I think you should apologize to Dabo. I think you need to take Dabo to Six Flags.
He was really nice.
Dabo's great.
He was really nice on red carpet.
I didn't get to talk to him.
Like when I met him at check-in.
I mean, I am parasocially think he's great.
Yeah, right, same.
I watch all these people when they get nominated, and I just, I think they're all great. We had some great nominees this year. Another fun drama. This is the addressing the drama section, if you haven't noticed, is the after party this year was different. And I've seen some drama about it, and I'm here to talk about it. That's the funny thing, is I know streamers' brains, and I know streamers, it's easy content to talk about drama, and then I'll be like, what the heck? Mm-hmm. But then here I am also talking about drama because I'm addressing the drama that they talked about, and I'm like, this annoying little cyclical circle of drama.
Yeah. Can we talk about the after party? Can we set the scene first?
Yes.
The after party, I thought was sick.
Really?
Yeah, I thought the venue was great. I thought the decor was great.
The layout was a little funky, but
there was freaking Fortnite.
Yeah, we did have Fortnite set up.
It was sick. It was like this bar.
It was a little cold. It was outside.
It was a bar, and then there was like an outdoor part. There were two outdoor parts, and then there was a bar in the middle. And like, it was decorated. It was like Japan themed. There were cherry blossoms on the ceiling. There were like lanterns hanging down. It was beautiful. And then if you went out to the side, there were tables, and I only walked out there once, but there was a DJ out there. Yeah. There was no one dancing on the floor. It was just the DJ in the corner.
Streamers.
But he was having a good time. I don't know if you saw him.
Yeah, he's funny.
He loved it. He was like, I love DJing. And then there were some tables where there were guys sitting with controllers, and I was like, what are they doing? And I walked over, and they were playing freaking Fortnite.
Yeah, they were.
Sitting at booths out at the outside bar.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Playing Fortnite. It was awesome. And then if you walk back through the bar and then the other side, the outside, there was like a little shallow pool. It was freaking beautiful. There were more Japanese decorations. There was like some, like there were people walking around with like drinks, people sitting.
Yeah.
It was cozy. It was really cool venue.
Gorgeous, really cool. It was very convenient. We were able to shuttle everyone over from the
Everybody
venue.
got shuttles, and I thought, when you said there were going to be shuttles, for some reason I was expecting like SUVs, just like
No, they're buses.
like going back and forth. huge buses.
Yeah, we were shuttling.
They were huge.
Thank you.
Like, it
for
was
noticing
very serious.
My big buses.
They were massive. And everyone just, like, loaded into these shuttles, and they all went over to the party together. It was sick.
It was awesome.
And it was so safe, too. Because then, like, no one's parking, no one's driving and drinking and whatever. Like, it was so good.
I thought of it all, but what I didn't think of, and as soon as I got there, I started to think of it, and I was like, well, I can't change it now. Essentially, there was this last minute change. I don't know how this happened. And for the record, yes, this is my show. Yes, this is my event. But when you have quite literally hundreds of people working on it, sometimes stuff happens that I never put the stamp on, and it just happens. And then I have to go,
Can confirm.
how did this happen?
Multiple times at Streamer Awards, stuff would happen, and QT would be like, who okayed this? And I would be like, I don't know either.
There was one time where I lost my mind in particular. I got very angry.
Yeah.
Which happens. But it's really hard when it's like, this is my baby, and someone dropped it. Like, who the freak? I walked in the room, I see my baby on the ground. I'm gonna be like, who the freak dropped this thing?
Yeah.
And that happens sometimes. And that's just how it works when you're working with a ton of people. And it's this weird game of telephone, and it happens. But essentially we had a sponsor at the after party that requested a VIP section. And so I show up to my own after party, and I get ushered to this side room because all I care about, we show up to this after party, all I care about is it's surprise song o'clock. So I'm on TikTok live watching Taylor, because it's surprise song o'clock, second to last Eras Tour show. I'm watching. That's all I care about. And so I'm in my corner watching, and there are a few people that kept trying to come up to me and say hi, and I was like, wait. I'm just watching, waiting for surprise song o'clock. As soon as that's done, I have to go do my sponsor deliverables. As soon as that's done, I want to go home. I'm so tired.
It's like, what time was it when we were at the after party?
I got there at like 10:15 because surprise song o'clock was like 10:30.
Okay, yeah.
And so then we left by like 11:30. Like I was not there very long, which I know, it's my party. I'm sorry, but that's how it happens. I'm not there very long. I'm being pulled around, smile and nod, shake hands, and meet very important people, for the record. Like, people that paid for the freaking thing. I've got to meet them. My last priority, sadly, at this after party in particular, was talking to creators, which I'm really bummed about, because last year I had way more energy. I stayed at the after party until 2 a.m, and I talked to everybody there, and I was able to thank them for coming and everything like that. This year I was so exhausted because the night before I was crying until 5 a.m, and then went to sleep and had to wake up and go over and all that stuff, that I was burnt. I was so burnt out. So I go to the after party, all this stuff, and there's a VIP section that I didn't know about. I didn't make the list for. I don't know what happened, but it's too late to change because it was like requested or something like that. And I don't think I'm like, okay, whatever. Because I assume it's just for sponsors and mingling and maybe nominees or something like that, I'm just like, I just need to see what the surprise songs are and go. I'm so tired. Like, I just need to, And, but now, as soon as I think in the car ride home, I said to Maya,
you were like, I'm stressed about people being upset about that VIP section.
Yeah. Because the whole point of the Streamer Awards is to be able to connect.
Bring everyone together.
It is. I mean, I know I sound so stupid cheesy, but it is. That it's the point to connect. And I didn't realize until we drove away. I was like, wait, that's up. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that. Again, it was out of my hands and it was too late to change. But I don't like that happened. And then sure enough, there have been people complaining, being like, oh yeah, I went to the after party, but only the cool kids were able to go into that room.
For the record, though, I described all 3 spaces. The VIP was the space on this side, but there was nothing cool in it. Like,
it was just seats.
Like, Fortnite was in the non.
Yeah, Fortnite was in the non-VIP.
The food, the bar, the drinks, everything was non-VIP. It was just kind of like an outdoor section.
It was actually really cold. Because that's where
cold.
I watched the surprise
But it's
songs.
not like there was like special stuff over there. It was just like another room you could go into.
No, and that's another thing, is like the food was in the main room. It was in the main room. Everyone could have the food. Like, it was just a separate area. I think so sponsors could talk to creators so the creators could actually hear them, because they were far away from the DJ. So I think that's the intention of, again, these things freaking happen. But that's one thing that I've never had a VIP section before. I don't plan on having it again. I don't like that it happened. Mm-hmm. But it happened. And I'm sad for anyone that did feel excluded because of it, because that's not my intention of the show. That's not it.
Yeah.
But whatever. You live and you learn. That's what I say about this show is I only do it once a year. And if you tried to learn how to ride a bike and you could only try once a year,
it would take so long.
It takes so long. So it's going to take a really long time to perfect this show. And that's okay. That's okay. I can give myself some grace there.
Yeah.
But one more thing I would fix is I can't do it at that venue again. It was way too small.
Yeah.
So the crowd, they were really chatty. They kept seeing so-and-so right next to them, and so they turned around.
Not the
back to the main venue, sorry.
The Streamer Awards venue. It was too small. Mm-hmm. And
it was just way too small.
People, peace and love, could not shut the up.
Yeah.
It actually made me so mad. They were generally like a pretty good crowd, but it's just that the tables were close enough together where they could lean and be like, oh, like, how you doing, blah, 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 and they were just doing it the whole show. So it's actually a good thing that the crowd wasn't mic'd up. Because
this year it was good.
The only way that you can stop something like that is by like me or someone going to individual tables and being like, hey, reminder, don't talk while other people are talking.
Yeah.
Like, don't talk while people are presenting.
That's why people were pretty bad at clapping too.
Or making like an announcement over the mic, which is just like a huge vibe killer and doesn't work either. So that was my least favorite part of the show.
Yeah.
Is how chatty people were.
They're chatty, but they're excited to be together. So like, again, I'm very like, I understand the nuance of humans. I can't be mad at them because they're just excited to see each other. And so that's my other thing. I'm like, oh, maybe I do need a longer red carpet so they can actually socialize because they didn't get it out of their system.
I'm going to be so real. I don't think that was the problem. I don't think it was like, I don't think it's a finite thing they have to get out of their system. I think they were just, I think a lot of people were just being kind of rude.
Guys, don't be rude.
I'm a little aggro, but yeah. Well, I think you should just not chat while people are presenting an award.
Yeah, I agree. But it was a small venue and it was a temptation that was hard.
I think also, okay, my most generous is like, in a venue that size, you think like if we're talking at this volume, whatever, like it's fine and like no one notices, but then everyone's doing it, and so it's just this like hum of talking
it was
in the
hard.
crowd, like the whole show.
It was hard too because sometimes I have in-ears, so both of my ears are plugged. I have program in one, I have voice of God in the other, so I can like know what's going on and on production end, and even I could hear the chat over my ears being plugged, and I was like, oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that part sucked.
But it's okay. I'll figure it out next year. Maybe even if it's just, maybe it is having a staff member go around and be like, hey.
I do think that's probably, I should have just done that.
Well, I mean, I can't have Maya because then they go on stream and they're like, Maya came around and told me to shut up.
You should have seen me with people in their seat. Dude, when I tried to get people to sit down. They would not get in their
seats. I know, I saw.
I had to make a second announcement. I was like, if you are not in your seat right now, I like you less than everybody that's already in their seat. You're pissing me off.
Did anyone say?
There were a couple of people that laughed because they knew me. And then the majority of the people that don't know me were like, okay, so? Damn. Yeah, like they did not care. And then
it was really bad for the monologue too because I kept making jokes about people that weren't in their seat.
Yeah, I know.
I was
and
like,
then freaking Connor Eats Pants, I'll say it. Connor Eats Pants keeps popping up like a little fucking gopher and walking around and talking to people. And I was like, if you don't sit down, I swear. And then freaking Connor and Ludwig switched seats in the show because they were talking to Slime and they were talking to whatever. And I was like, what are you doing? And they're like, it's fine, like we're not doing anything right now. And I was like, there's a camera that knows where you are. You cannot be in this seat. You have to move to this seat. And then I went up to present, right? I've said this so many times, Connor Eats Pants. I said, get in your fucking seat right now. And then I go up to present this award. When I get back to my seat, guess who's sitting there?
Drama.
Connor Eats Pants.
Connor Eats Pants? You're on a shit list.
You can't come next year. I forbid it.
Wow.
I say no more Connor Eats Pants next year.
Take it up with Maya. She's going to duct tape you to a seat if you do come. The hot drum question every year. We saw this on the Twitter. On the Twitter. I'm 75. Who no call, no showed? Okay, not even no call, no showed. Day of canceled.
Hold. Context. Like, I think every year people need a refresher on like what it means to bail on an RSVP. Like, what does an RSVP entail?
Okay. So for a normal RSVP for like, you know, a cocktail party, maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe like a networking event, cocktail party.
Like a birthday party.
However, a wedding or a seated dinner, oh, it matters, guys. Each person is a few $100 when it's like, I could literally cut them and save money. Or this is a streamer awards. There are thousands of streamers that would kill to have that seat. Like, how disrespectful is it to me, but also to them, bozos? And it's also, for the record, not a simple RCP process.
Right.
You fill in your information, you fill in your dietary restrictions. You have to log into Twitch. You have to you verify so many times. We send out so many reminders. And like at any point you could tell me, hey, never mind, I'm not coming. Like, but the
reminders
day of,
via email, text, Twitter.
Yep. We did all that this year. We texted every single person. I will say this one makes me sad because there were a few people that, like, when I was doing the seating chart on stream to some of it, and people were like, oh, that guy's not coming. There's no way he's coming. And I'm like, yeah, he's coming. He RSVP'd. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. But flight freaking 23 white did not come. And so me, flight crew, am not standing up. I'm upset. I'm upset, flight. That was mean.
You know who else is upset about that?
Who?
Ron.
I know.
Ron said so many times in the interview, he was like, I'm waiting for flight, I'm waiting for flight, I'm waiting for flight. And I was like, Ron, I just haven't seen him. And then we're getting down to the last interviews, and I was like, we got last three. And he was like, I'm waiting for flight. And he just didn't come. And I was like, that's the last one, Ron. And he was like,
where's flight?
Where's flight? And I was like, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what happened. I'm so bummed. I was really excited to meet him. I know Ludwig watched his content so much. I think Ludwig was excited to meet him. I don't know what happened. That was a bummer. And that's the thing is like, well, cutie, if you find out day of they aren't coming, fill the seat. I can't, because then you have loosey-goosey security. That's not an option.
Loosey-goosey security.
Cam ops that are programmed per
the whole
seat.
Production team has to know the new name of this new person. It has to go through like a bunch of people so that they know who it is. Like red
Dietary
carpet, check-in, whatever.
yeah.
It's all alphabetized, like so that the check-in process is smooth. Dietary restrictions, like it's not. I mean, it's not easy.
Listen, I'm sure everybody has a good reason, but it is just one of those things for anyone out there. If you RSVP for a wedding, you show up, okay? And if you can't, tell them a week before.
At least.
Unless it's like an extreme emergency, then obviously I understand, everybody. I'm not a heartless bitch, even though we love for me to be one sometimes. I'm not. I understand. If it's like, hey, cutie, got in a car accident. I did have someone, unfortunately, could not make it because they were very, very sick. Vinny. Vinny was supposed to present too, and he was really sick, and he couldn't make it, and I understand. But there's a difference, and it's just like, I don't know. It's just one of those things where sometimes I feel just bummed out. Like,
yeah, I think funny side of it is like, it really is, it becomes, like there's systems because there's so many people, and so everybody gets like several courses because it's this whole like dinner thing. And even Iron Mouse has a seat, obviously, right?
Yeah.
And so Iron Mouse is there on an iPad, and like Iron Mouse got a full 4-course because she has a seat. So every seat has this full 4-course. So if someone does not show up that day,
I mean, she does have a handler though,
and they can't be replaced. No, Squeaks ate a lot of it.
Where was her handler?
He was there too.
He just didn't eat it?
I don't think so.
Sad.
Well, it's not like Squeaks is like.
Yeah, that's what it sounds
it's
like.
No. It wasn't like that.
Squeaks, let the man eat.
I think they both ate it. I don't know. Anyway,
Weird.
my point being, if there's a seat, there are 4 courses brought out to that seat. And if someone doesn't come, then they literally just get brought out and then taken back.
Yeah, that's not how catering works. Catering
Catering's not
doesn't
like, oh,
work
there's
like,
nobody here? Okay.
Yeah.
Like they drop the plate.
They can't reuse it. Like
yeah, it's really sad.
Catering isn't just a kitchen where you can be like, oh, we only need to make 4 salads now. Like, let's keep the rest of the ingredients. Like, they prepare. It was 171 salads for the floor seating. They make each of those.
Right.
They make them. And if you don't show up, it goes in the garbage.
Yeah, it's sad.
That's so sad. So, I mean, I do have staff. I tell them, I go, look around. If you can steal a floor seat, steal a floor seat, because
Right.
I'd rather it not go to waste. But we had seating up top this year, which I don't like putting people up top because I don't like making people feel othered. Same issue with the VIP party. I don't want, that's not the point. I want to bring us all together. I don't like having the top. But you know, you gotta do it. And so, but I did make sure even up top they had a full course menu as well. So they got delivered little boxes with salad and their chicken and everything like that. So, and dessert, they had everything up there as well. So I tried to make sure they felt included, but.
The dessert was good.
And I will say, there are definitely a few more people that didn't show up, but I couldn't see up top. So, because my brain, literally, I'm not kidding you, I'm sitting up there talking, I'm scanning the audience, I'm seeing every empty seat, and I have the seating chart so memorized. I'm like, you, where are you? Like, which I know is crazy, but it's like, it's my money. Like, it's my money, and it's my time, and it's a lot of people want to be there, and I have to say no to a lot of people that it's not fair. It's not fair to do that to the people that want to be there. So that's my drama.
Yeah.
Drama.
Yeah.
I really do, like, I don't hate anyone, and I do forgive everyone. Like, that's something about me. To a fault, I forgive people.
Yeah. That's
so
true.
I don't actually care. Will they get an invite again? Sure, if they get nominated.
Sure.
But if not, I don't know. I can't guarantee it.
Who's your favorite presenter?
I'm going to be a little biased and say Tara Yummy.
Oh, so cool. So cool.
I love her.
She's so cool.
I think I could probably get her on wine about it.
Maybe.
We'll have to save it for an in-person one.
Yeah.
Because she's...
yeah, she's so sweet.
Yeah, she's sick.
I met her on the red carpet. She was very nervous, but I think she did a really good job up there.
Yeah, she was really nervous.
Yeah.
She called me, and like I ran her through the whole thing. She was like, I'm so nervous. She was like, did you know it's actually my dream to present an award? And I said, Tara, you need bigger dreams, girl. I said, absolutely, like, yes, you can present an award,
funny.
but like,
aw, that's nice.
Yeah, so she was really excited, and she did. So that was a personal favorite for me.
Cute.
But what about you?
I liked Jermaine.
Yeah, he was funny.
I think his speech was really nice too.
Yeah.
He did this like Jermaine
Johnson.
Jets.
New York Jets.
New York Jets. And he did it was like really genuine. He was like, I got injured, and so I've been watching sports streamers, and so this like means a lot to me because like I've been watching these streamers. I could present the award. It was so nice.
Yeah. He was really cool too.
Yeah, he was really, really nice. And shall we talk about sketch?
Light of my life.
Dude, perhaps like a lot of people's highlight
I know.
of the show, which is so funny because he was so like, I don't know if like, no, he was nervous.
He was nervous.
He was nervous. He was an anxious guy. And then I brought him up to the floor so that, and I was like, so they'll cue to you, and then you can go to whoever you want.
Yeah.
And he was walking around. Dude needs like new glasses or something.
Yeah.
Or so I don't know. And I was like, just scan
I saw him go. Where's Jake Weber? Where are those? Where is he? Oh, he's not in his seat. And literally in the shot, Jake Weber's behind him, and he's going.
That's so funny.
So funny.
But when we were before the show, when I walked him up there and I was like, just scan the room, like see who's in there, whatever. He walked around each of the tables, and I mean, like, if this is the name card, he like stands and like bends over and like went like that, and he read all of that.
Really?
He like walked around the table, he bent over and he read every name card, but he like looked at it super close.
He was absorbing
it. And he was so good.
Yeah. That actually, I care more about the room audio being bad for his part than I do my own. I don't care.
Well, he had a mic. It was good.
I know, but you couldn't hear people laughing. And people were laughing. He was so funny. When he was, yeah, no, he was incredible. He's
really just like really talented.
Yeah.
Like,
he's quick. He's funny.
Because there were so many times, there was like dead air when he didn't know what to say, but somehow he makes that funny. And for the life of me, I cannot imagine being able to do that.
No, I can't.
If I had dead air, the way that it would be so cringe, and people would just be like, painful. This is painful.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it's just not when he does it. It's just funny.
I don't know. like, admittedly, I don't know if I'll ever be able to top sketch floor host.
Dude, I don't know either.
He was incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's a thing. Maybe I can bring him back every year.
If he would, you 100% should.
Yeah. We'll see.
People would love that.
We'll see. But he was my first round draft pick. What people don't know, here's more drama. What people don't know is that he said no. He said no. And I was like, oh. And I was devastated. I was so sad.
Yeah.
And I was like, crap. And so I actually asked Squeaks to do it. And Squeaks was like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. And then all of a sudden I got a message from his Sketch's agent that was like, hey, what about this floor host thing? Like, what do you need from us? And I was like, Sketch said no. And he's like, what are you talking about? Sketch is pumped about it. And I was like, what? And so then I had to call Squeaks and I was like, sorry, there's been a miscomm. You good sitting this one out? Squeaks is like,
God,
yeah.
so funny.
He's like, yeah, I'm chill. He's like, I don't, I'm good. And
Dude, Squeaks, when Squeaks came to the red carpet, and I was like, you want to go do an interview with Ron? And he was like, sure. And I had this list from Ron of all the people he knew, because Ron like highlighted them, so I could prioritize sending them to him. And we flipped through the list, and Ron does not know Squeaks.
Yeah,
I was like, ooh, that's embarrassing.
It's okay.
I want to watch that interview though. I haven't watched any of Ron's.
You should watch it all.
I think so too.
I think he was incredible.
I'm excited.
I'm not kidding.
I'll watch them.
It's also one of those things every year, and this is something that I love and hate about the Streamer Awards, is essentially Streamer Awards is a pasta of all the communities, right? And so there's some communities with bias that are like, I hate poggers, I hate FaZe, I hate OTK, I hate freaking the nerdy birdies, like whatever.
Nerdy birdies.
But they like, I've seen it. My favorite thing to see when I do make this pasta of all the different communities is seeing people saying, "Ooh, I never thought I'd like Ron, but like his interviews were funny."
Oh, that's nice.
And I'm like, "Yes, bitch." Or like even just like, "Ooh, Sea-Dog was actually seemed really cool. I never knew that he's like that." And it's like, "Oh, yeah, like yes." Or like Valkyrie's really funny. I didn't know, like, so it's like that is my favorite part of it, is making that little pasta and being able to see it all happen. We are close to the end of this episode.
There's so much more to say.
There's big drum. I'm going to start it and then I'll finish it on the Patreon. Okay. But the number one thing that people want to hear me talk about is the FaZe drama. FaZe won 3 awards. Best Creative Arts Streamer, Best Org, and Best Breakout Streamer. FaZe members. Sorry, I shouldn't say and then they took all their trophies, they got together, they put them in a urinal and peed on them. And I'm going to tell you guys how I feel about that on the Patreon episode, because the drama's too hot. So you got to check it out. Go to the Patreon now.
I'm also going to say how I feel about it on the Patreon.
And we're going to talk about the real hot tea. We're going to talk about the FaZe drama that you've seen unfold over the last few days on the Patreon episode and my opinions about it.
And I'm going to sit here and nod probably.
Yeah.
That's the Patreon spoiler for me.
All right. Well, we will see you guys over there.
See you on the Patreon. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Welcome to Canada.
Welcome to Canada.
Goodbye.